Hi everybody, Dr. Suneel Dhand, internal medicine physician. Over the last few weeks I've received many comments and many people want to know what my qualifications are to talk about COVID in particular. And I think that's a perfectly reasonable question. So let me introduce myself more fully. I was born in London, grew up in Berkshire, which is a county right outside the city. I went to medical school in a city called Cardiff, which is about 2 hours west of London. In my final year of medical school, I was privileged enough to go to South Australia and work briefly with the Royal Flying Doctor Service, which was an amazing experience. I still remember it to this day. After graduating medical school, I worked briefly in the United Kingdom's National Health Service. Before hopping across the pond, I did my internal medicine residency training in Baltimore, and I've since worked up and down the East Coast in a variety of different settings. I currently practice a mix of both outpatient and inpatient medicine. I'm an internal medicine doctor by training, but my big passion is lifestyle medicine. And obviously over the last year, I've been called upon more to work in hospitals. I've worked in a few different hospitals. I've probably treated hundreds of patients with COVID. And I've also had COVID myself, which has been the subject of a previous video. I probably placed my stethoscope on more patients than many of the TV experts that you've seen combined. And I do think that since the beginning of this pandemic, we could have done so many things better. And I still think we could be doing a lot of things better. And a big gulf that exists, that I feel exists in many different parts of society, is between those of us who are in the trenches, actually seeing things, and people who are looking at things theoretically. They're counting numbers, so-called armchair generals. And I do have respect for many of my professional colleagues who are more well known in various specialties, whether it be infectious disease, virology, immunology. Of course, as a professional, I respect their knowledge and their years of study. And I will always be the first to say, always defer to public health advice. Always follow your local public health advice. What I try to do in my videos is clearly state what my own observations, thoughts, and beliefs are according to what I'm reading around the subject as well as experiencing. And I don't make any claim to be the sole source of knowledge. I'm always open for debate, but I will keep asking questions because I do feel there's so many things that we could be doing differently and also better. I'm not somebody that's beholden to any academic institution. I have no interest in progressing within any organization, and I'm not part of corporate America. I don't want to climb any career ladder. I'm simply a doctor who enjoys being in the trenches. I love one-on-one interactions with my patients. I'm always keen to learn more. And I hope in future videos to keep imparting some of my observations and knowledge onto you, but also to keep learning at the same time. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you enjoy my future videos.